So, we have here with us somebody who has more than 25 years of professional experience, an author, and a mental wellness coach for CEOs and celebrities. I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Shashi Kalyan Kapoor.
Now?
Yes.
Much better, right?
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Very great. Awesome.
End of the day, last session, how are you all feeling?
Awesome.
Good?
Yes.
Awesome?
Yes.
We are all about feelings, right? You know, all of us are bundles of energy. Right? All of us are just bundles of energy. And all of us have divine within us. Yes or no?
Yes.
All of us are divine beings. But I'll give you fantastic statistics about India. We are becoming a much richer nation, right? You know about the 5 trillion economy that we are working towards? But do you know how unhappier we are becoming every day? The more richer we are becoming, the unhappier we are becoming. Isn't it ironical? All of us grew up saying, okay, when I get the money, I'll become really happy. Right? All of us here, all of you are startup founders, most of you are startup founders, right? So all of you have something in mind that, okay, when I reach this, when I get the VC funding, I'll be happy. When I become a unicorn, I'll be happy. So your boundaries keep going up for happiness. Yes or no?
Yes.
Another statistics that I want to bring to your notice is that when I tell somebody that I'm a mental wellness coach, people just step back. They say, boss, I'm okay. Right? I'm pagal nahi hu. But it's not about that. How many of you go to the gym? How many of you go to the gym? How many of you have a personal trainer to train you on your abs and your biceps and all that? All of you go to the gym to build your body, be physically fit, right? But how many of you go to a mind gym? How many of you work on your mind? How many of you work towards making your mind more strong? Hardly, yeah. I can just see 4-5 hands going up. Because today's generation, today's day and age, we are getting paid for this. Yes or no? All of us. The event is called Courage to Create. How do you create? From where do you create? From where do you create? Right? And then this is the only thing that you neglect. Each one of us take this thing for granted. Please remember, our brain was made millions and millions of years back, and it has not evolved. But the good thing about it is that there is something called the neuroplasticity, where you can start growing it yourself. It doesn't grow on its own. I just want everybody here to not look at mental wellness as some taboo or stigma. When you talk about mental wellness, you're not crazy. Right? I get calls from colleges, and the scary part is that, do you know how much corporate India loses per year to mental health? Anybody can guess? Corporate India loses significant amount of productivity and income every year because of mental wellness. Anybody knows the figure? Just randomly. Guess the $1 trillion. $1 trillion is lost because people don't come to work, because they're depressed, anxious. What do you know about mental wellness? What do you think is mental wellness or mental health? Being depressed? No, right? Anything that is in a negative state of mind is wrong mental health. Which means if you're scared, if you're anxious, if you're depressed, if you don't have the mood today to go and work, that's all that is to do with mental wellness. And we are neglecting that every single day. 38 million Indians are depressed today. 58 million Indians are suffering from anxiety disorder. And the figures are doubling on a daily basis. And I'll tell you the most scariest part. Our children are the most depressed. If you take out the statistics of the government, children between the ages, kids, okay, between the ages of 16 and 20 are the most depressed. We are the most depressed country in the world. Why is that? Why is it that all of us are, looking for happiness outside us? Isn't it that? Most of us are looking at happiness outside us, but it actually emits from inside us. All of us are divine beings, and you go and look for God outside. Each one of us has God inside us, yes or no? If we can create another human being, aren't we God? Yes or no? So when we are God, then why do you want to be scared to live the life that you've been given? All of us are blessed. All of us are blessed to be human beings. And we end up being human doings. Right? How many of you have just want to be who you are? Because all of us are born to be great, right? All of us are born to be great. And each one of us have forgotten our own selves. What is a startup? How many of you can tell me why are we on this earth? Anybody knows why are we here? Anybody has thought about why are we here?
So everyone has come with a purpose. The day you realize what is the purpose, you figure out. Like,
Yeah. So that's the big question, right?
Yeah.
So that question need not be so big. All you need to do, your purpose is to be who you are. Right? A grass doesn't look at a tree and say, I want to be the tree. A grass is a grass. Right? It becomes the best grass that it can ever be. A tree grows to be the whatever size it needs to grow, right? A cat is a cat. It doesn't go and say, boss, I want to become a dog. We are the only species that always are looking outside us to become somebody else. All the time. अरे उसके पास वो गाड़ी है, I wish I had that. Oh, उसके पास वो startup है, I wish I was in Flipkart. When Bansals made that $1 billion, I know a whole lot of startup founders who went into depression. Everybody gets into a startup thinking they'll become the next Bansal. No, there is only one Bansal. And there is going to be only one Shashi. There is going to be only one of you. So each one of you is unique. And each one of us has something inside us who can solve a problem for another person. Yes or no? I can solve a problem of another person. You can solve some other problem of another person. So each one of us has been given that talent. We have been born with it. Start nurturing it. We have forgotten who we are. That's the problem. We are sheer love. All of us are sheer love. How many of you go into nature and have the tensions go down and you're fine in nature? How many of you? All of you, right? Why is that? Because nature doesn't judge you. Right? Nature doesn't judge itself. It's being what it is. Please start living the life that you want. I want all of you, my mission is to destigmatize mental wellness. So when I go to colleges or corporates, they are in a denial mode. So I go and say, okay, I'll talk to your employees and say, no, sab theek hai. Nobody is mad in my company. I go to colleges and the principal says, no, all my students are fine. And then in the evening I get SMSs from all the students saying, sir, ye problem hai, wo problem hai, stuff like that. Because everybody is scared of this. It is just a part of your body. Yes or no? You have a brain which is a part of you. Why do you think it's something for somebody else? All of us here spend most of our time thinking of something that has not happened. Everybody is a movie director here. Yes or no? I'll give you a small example. I have a teenage daughter. She doesn't come back home from a party a little late, half an hour late. My mind has already made a movie. Right? Ye ho gaya hoga, that accident, this accident, whatever, And then she just walks in saying, Papa, I just got late. And I'm sitting there thinking all sorts of things because the mobile is off. I have not thought positively that battery must have gone and it's, honked off. Each one of us think of something that's actually not the reality. All of us are living in an illusion. Life is an illusion. Right? Because your reality is not my reality. What I see and what you see is totally two different things. So why do we want to base our life on that? Start living for the day. Especially for startup founders. Statistics shows that startup founders are 2x times more vulnerable to depression than the others. Because the kind of pressures that startup founders have, entrepreneurs have, is much, much more, and especially after you get funded. Because before you get funded, the expectations are very less, right? Everybody expects you to fail. Because 9 out of 10 startups fail. But once you get funding, and then everything starts boiling up. So I get calls from unicorn founders who can't take the pressure. Because they have 1,000 crores in the bank account, but they don't know what to do with it. Because they're scared to spend. Because it's not their money. So that's the kind of pressure that all of us are going through. But if we go through that being who we are, then you can handle it much, much more better. And there are steps and processes that you can strengthen your. It's a habit. How many of you meditate? Just 10, 15 people. And look at the irony. Meditation was born in India. Yes or no? Yes. And then somebody from the US is coming and selling it to us. Packaging it as mindfulness. We were doing, most of us are Brahmins, right? Most of us, Hindus. You know, you do this meditation. We have a ceremony that is called the Thread ceremony. When we get to a certain age, we are taught to meditate. Right? But we don't do that on a daily basis. We just want somebody from the US to come and tell us in a different accent that do this and you're going to be much better. So all the time we are looking for somebody else to start making our lives better. But it's in our own hands. Start smiling. I don't see smiles at all. Why is that? Have you stood at a signal, traffic signal, and seen the guy next to you sitting in a BMW? Does he ever have a smile on his face? No, right? Just notice, today you go out and see somebody sitting in an Audi or a bigger car, Mercedes E-Class kind of a thing. You always see the owner sitting at the back. He's either on the phone, he's in a state of mind that is not happy. And we are looking to buy that. We are unhappy that, arey yaar, mere paas Mercedes nahi hai. He must be thinking, I have an E-Class, let me buy a Maybach. That journey is not going to end at all. If we are not comfortable in our own skin, we are not going to be comfortable ever. Don't try to be somebody you're not. Start living the life that you are. I train people to be the best version of themselves, not somebody else's. So we always look at validation outside us and not within us. Right? We can be good enough only for ourselves. We can never be good enough for somebody else. Yes or no? So the person that you need to justify, validate, and live for is yourself. Once you start living for yourself, and this is not selfishness. I am not saying you're selfish in doing that. I am saying once you take care of yourself, everybody else is taken care of. What do they tell you in airplanes? Same thing, right? When the oxygen comes down, first put it on yourself and then put it for the person next to you. That's the same thing with your health. Emphasis on the physical health, but forget the mind. Whereas the mind is the most important. If a couple of days you don't go to work, you're not paid. That's because of the mind. And mind is a fantastic organ. The only problem with mind is that it cannot be seen. Right? If you get a cut, what do you do? If you get a cut, what do you do? Doctor. Put a bandage, right? But if you get an emotional wound, what do you do?
Suppress.
Nothing. You get emotional wounds every single day. Somebody shouts at you, somebody cuts you in the traffic, somebody gets angry with you, somebody tells you that you're not good looking. How do you heal that on a daily basis? You don't, right? And everything gets suppressed, and then you start getting physical ailments. Please remember, the physical ailments are a manifestation of your emotional and mental ailments. We don't understand that. All your sugar, BP, everything is through emotions that it manifests. It's not something that happens overnight. It's over a period of time that you have not expressed yourself. We have to express ourselves the way we are. And the problem, and seeing over and over again, is that every single TV ad that you see is telling you that you're not good enough. Yes. Every single ad, every single marketer is telling us that we are not good enough. You're not good enough, you don't have hair, put hair. Right? Every time I get calls from transplant companies saying, baal to dalo. I say, I love my natural self. God wanted me to be different, so He put hair on all of you. Yeah, that's a perception, right? If I start crying saying, yaar, baal uda diya tumne, what is this? I will be depressed, right? What if I change my perception and say, yeah, He wanted me to be different, so He gave hair to everybody and forgot me. Start changing perceptions. Every event that happens in your life happens for you. Please remember that. It happens for you, it doesn't happen to you. So every event that happens in your life could be breakup, could be bankruptcy, could be anything. It happens either for a lesson or a blessing. You meet people for a lesson or a blessing. Everything happens for a reason, and it happens for you. It happens to grow you. We evolve as human beings. That's the blessing we have. None of the other creatures evolve. The way they are born, they die. But we evolve. We become a better version of ourselves all the time. And why does the universe or the God give us problems? It's because we don't understand. How many of us have children here? All of us, right? We are like children, right? Unless we are hit on the backside, we won't do anything. Yes or no? That's why life keeps hitting us. Saying, boss, ek jagah mat baitho, you won't evolve. Thada. You're a billionaire and you're not acting the way you are, that I sent you down to do. Thada. Look at Vijay Mallya. I can tell you hundreds of examples where people have taken life for granted, saying that this is what I've done and this is going to be there forever. And hundreds of examples where that's not true. Look at the number of people in jails today. Did anybody expect that these biggies would go into jail one day? Even they didn't expect. That's the reason they did all these things they've done. So end of the day, we are going to pay for what we do. So why don't we start doing good? We always feel the happiest when we do something for others. Yes or no? Each one of us, we are born in this world to do something for the other person. Whether you're working for an IT company, whether you're working for a bank, wherever you're working, the end result of your product, service, anything is another person, is another human being. Yes or no? Every product. Everybody tells me that whoever is in coding, for example, whoever is in technology, manufacturing, they say I am not, I don't do anything for another human being. I say you don't do it directly, but you're indirectly affecting another human being. So we are here to be human beings. Please start being a human being. We have forgotten how to be human. All of us have forgotten how to be human. We are running behind something that will never come to us. All the time. I'm not saying life is going to be hunky-dory all the time. But if you start looking at life differently, if you say, okay, this problem has come, let me see what it's going to teach me. Life has hit me so many times, right? People who know me well will be surprised that I'm standing here on stage in front of you. How did this guy survive all that over so many years? But then every time life hit me, I came back. So now life has said, boss, I'm fed up of hitting you, now go. It's like Dilwale Dulhaniya, you know that? Anybody seen that movie? Ja Simran Ja, right? Go live your life. If you've seen the movie, right? It's like that. So life is now telling me, okay, I've hit you enough, now go live your life. I will hit you little more, but then, so every time you go out into life, you say, okay, come, bring it on. Let's see what you can bring on. If you go with that attitude, nothing is going to touch you. Absolutely nothing. It's all about perception. It's all about, that's it, nothing else. The relationship does not happen, there's somebody better waiting for you. If you're bankrupt, then it's trying to teach you how to come back from it. If you lose a job, then some other better job is waiting for you. But not waiting for you without upping your skills. So there is a lesson in everything that happens. Please do not start looking at mental wellness and mental health as a stigma or a taboo. Start working on it. I want the happiness index of India to go up. It can go up only when all of you start doing something for mental health every single day. We are going down 6, 7 places every year. Now we are on the 21st place. I think next year we'll be 50. Right? And we are blessed as a nation to be the youngest nation in the world. Yes or no? Yes. So we are going to be the youngest nation. We are eventually going to be the richest nation. But we are also going to be the most unhappiest nation. Do you all want that? How would it be to be called the unhappiest nation in the world? I can't sleep. You see in articles in the paper, our children are 16, between 16 and 18. Can you believe it? I go to colleges, there are 200 kids in the auditorium. I ask them, how many of you are happy? 5 hands go up. Can you believe it? At 16, I didn't have any problems. At 16, I don't think any of you had any problems, right? But why are our kids so depressed? We need to start looking at ourselves. We need to start, because they are going to, whatever they do is a replica of what happens at home. So if you start looking at problems the way that you've been looking, the children will emulate the same thing. So be an example. Start looking at life differently. Because each one of you here is a divine being. I keep saying that. Because each one of us, when you look into the eyes of somebody, you are looking at God. How many of you have asked God for something? And you got it the next day? No. You got it, right? He always gives it, whether now or after 10 years, right? But who came and gave it to you? Another human being, right? He didn't come, no? So everybody is divine. And everybody has immense love inside us. All of us are our own soulmates. Please don't, when I ask people are getting engaged, people are getting married, they say, no, I'm finding a soulmate. I said, it will never happen. Your wife will never make you happy. Your husband will never make you happy. That's why we get sad. Because we expect somebody else to make you happy. And that will never happen. That's an expectation that will never be met. Please remember that. Your soulmate is yourself. Nobody else. So when we start looking for happiness within us, that's when nothing can touch us. We are always trying to seek happiness from outside. And what is happiness? What is happiness? It's a state of mind, right? It's nothing else. It's not rocket science, it's just a state of mind. So when you start maintaining a state of mind in the state of bliss, I'm not saying you need to laugh all the time. All I'm saying is when you get into the state, all humans have 2 states, right? One is primal state, which is fear, anxiety and all that, which is a survival state. The second state is the productive state, which is your creativity, your happiness and all that. So when you get into the primal state of fear and all that, train yourself to get out of it. On a daily basis, we get into it. Try and get out of it. Statistics has shown that each person loses 1,200 days a year to anxiety and depression and fear and all these negative emotions. 4 hours a day, all of us go through these emotions. So can you believe if we bring it down by 50%, you get 2 hours of your life back. So I am here to help you take your lives back. I want to open your mindset to taking your lives back. So you need to start rethinking of how your thoughts come. You're just one thought away from bliss. You're just one thought away from whatever you want to be. Start looking at your thoughts. Start guarding your mind against the negative thoughts that come. Each one of us gets 60,000 thoughts a day. 80% of it is negative. 90% of the 80% are the same thought you got the previous day. Right? And one thing that you have in your control is your thought. Thoughts come, but you have the control to change them. Yes or no? So when you have a negative thought, change it to positive. Any negative thought, change it to positive. Start training that way. I'll give it in writing. Within the next 3 months, you'll be a different person. Your wife will not recognize you, your dad will not recognize you, your mom will not recognize you. You will be a totally different person. Start guarding your mind. Your mind is it is the most negative person in the world. Because the brain wants to make you survive. It is not here to make you happy. Because if it stops all the other work and starts making you happy, you're dead. Yes or no? What is the brain's work? To get this body moving in the proper shape, right? So if it stops doing that and starts making you happy, you're dead anyway. So stop looking at the brain to make you happy. Start taking control of your life. Start looking at life from a lens that is divine. Start looking at your life from a lens that is positive. Everything that happens, change your perception to everything that happens to me is happening for a reason. That's when your life is going to change. And I'm here to change it. I'm here, my mission is to make every single Indian a much happier Indian, irrespective of his bank account, irrespective of anything else. Because as it is, we are happy people. Yes or no? Let's not get affected by something outside. So the next time you hear mental, don't think crazy. Think of me. Thanks a lot. Awesome, Arjun. Thank you. Anybody has any questions?
Sir, I have a question. Most of the times, the environment gets better of us. That's why we are into these kind of situations. And it's more powerful than anything else in this world. So, how do I overcome?
That's what I told you. Yeah, that's what I told you. Now, environment gets worse, right?
Yes.
But you're looking at the environment outside you, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you start looking at the environment within you? So give me an example of the environment being bad. I'll change your perception.
Because
give me an example.
Yeah, I'll tell you. We have an environment at a workplace. We have an environment at a home.
Yeah.
We have there are friends coming up. That's another. There are many kinds of environment we get into in one single day.
Yeah.
And it is overwhelming all the time. And we have certain things to do in a particular day. It doesn't happen. Based on the goals you have set for the day or something.
So basically, you're talking of expectations not happening.
Yes,
right?
of course.
That is what kills us.
Yes.
And please remember, I always told you that life happens for you, it doesn't happen to you. So when the expectations are not met, change it to appreciation. So if you don't get a deal for what do you do, man?
Sir, I'm teacher.
You're teaching, right? So if there is a student who's not listening to you, right? Instead of getting angry with that student, be happy that another 50 are listening to you at least. What if the entire class is not listening? I'm just giving you an example. How do you look at a situation from a positive mindset? I'm not saying if there's a problem, you think positively and say there's no problem. It's not like that. I'm saying there is a problem, yes, accept that there's a problem and get into it saying this is a problem that I can solve. And please remember, the God, universe, anybody gives you a problem that only you can solve. He doesn't give you a problem that you cannot solve. He knows what you're made of. So he gives you a problem that you can solve, and he'll give you a little more because you need to become a better person. How many of us have become better human beings after handling a big issue? All of us, right? But when the issue happens, we are like, boss, yeah, I'm dead. But then when we come out of it, we say, yeah, fantastic, man. I didn't know I would come out of it. Yes, all of us have that situation. So whenever you see that things are happening at home, everybody is killed by expectation. So you expect your daughter, son, or husband, or somebody to do something that you want to do, right? But then they are also human beings, no? They also have expectations that are different from you.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
You can't meet everybody's expectation.
Absolutely.
And
So
you can't please
everybody
everybody.
want to be their own self.
Yeah.
So don't try to make them you. That's the problem with that we do. We get married and try to make our life the way we are. And you'll never be happy that way. Because the other human being is a different human being. So once you start accepting everybody as one, that's when you're going to change your perspective. Anything else?
You told that approximately on average 4 hours we are negative thought and same way may be 4 hours or 4 minutes we may be in bliss state or happy state. So how can we extend that period from 4 minutes to 4 hours?
Yeah, that's the thing. So your state of mind needs to be always in a happy state, right? Happens to you. Start looking at it differently. Perspective has to change. Now you're sitting in traffic and you're mumbling, right? The traffic you're handling. Yes or no? You're saying, oh God, there's traffic. What? You're just sitting there and you're shaking the handle. As if this traffic will move because you're shaking the handle. What if you say, wow, there's a traffic jam, let me learn something. Let me listen to my music which I don't have time for. Yes or no? Anything happens in your office, I'm not saying you're not going to get angry.